So session is recording. So till today, we know how to, we know how to declare variables, right? And we know how to insert the records. We know how to update records. We know how to retrieve the records and delete the records. Bulkification, using of for loops, for each loops, collection variables we have used list, set, and map. And we stored all those stuff into the Apex classes, and we know how to create an Apex classes, and we know how to create a method inside an Apex classes, and so many methods we have created, static and non-static, okay, and return type methods and the parameter based methods. There are so many variations, and a part of that, okay, we know like maintaining a communication between the two Apex classes is also important primary thing here. So we know how to make a call from class 1 to class 2, right? So, and we are invoking a method from class 1 to class 2 as well. And within a class also, we have been created a class inside a class. Okay, a class inside a class also, we have been declared. Okay, and for both examples, I just delivered you like, as a kind of wrapper classes kind of a stuff. A wrapper we can be used within the class or the outside of the class. Anyway, we maintain some communication. Check with the previous videos. And later on, we just concentrated on the hierarchy part. Like we have a parent class and we have a subclass. Okay. A parent class will be extended in the child class. That means we are extending these parent properties in the new reference. We are extending these properties in the new reference. So in that case, we are going to make our parent class as a virtual. And if you want to use these methods or any variables or anything else, those must be in the format of a virtual. And you have to write like this. And we have seen, we can extend only one class, not multiple classes. If you want to extend the multiple classes, there is another workaround is that you cannot make it directly. You cannot extend multiple classes at a time. Okay, there is a concept called interface. All these are nothing but related to the OOPS. Okay, all these are related to the OOPS. There is a concept called interfaces. I'll show you. See, let's say this is a component and these are the multiple stuff, or else write like this. You consider this a component one. Component 2. Component 3. For example, okay. And this is a main component. This is a main component. So generally what we have done in the last session is we extended this. We extended this one into the main component. Yeah, but when I'm trying to extend these two also within the main component, we got an exception. But I want to use this 3. So in that case, you should not use extensions. Okay. And here you created some classes, right? So instead of classes, you have to create an interfaces. So that means multi-inheritancy concept will be achievable in the object-oriented in the format of inheritance. Inheritance will be achievable in the format of interfaces. I'll tell you what exactly the interface is. Okay. Interface is nothing but It will have only rules and guidelines, no more implementations, no logic inside it. As like your hall tickets. Hall tickets here. Have you turned back your hall ticket? Have you seen any rules and guidelines? Yes. Backside of your hall ticket, you can see the rules and guidelines. Who will follow that rules and guidelines? You have to follow those rules and guidelines and write the exam and implement the exam. That's what. Okay. So interface is always gives us a rules and guidelines given by someone else. So we are going to use that one. Let us say, for example, I have an example with you, very small example. There is a person called X. Okay. He invented a car here. You know car? He invented a car. And he given some specifications for us. Specifications. Specifications means rules and guidelines. Rules and guidelines. He given some specifications because he is the inventor of this car. Okay. He given some rules and guidelines. What he given the rules and guidelines means, if you want to build a car, just a normal example for your understanding. Okay. A car must have 4 wheels. You can consider this a beautiful diagram. Okay. A car must have 4 wheels. And it has steering. It must have steering. Okay. And it should have some engine. Okay. It should have some engine. Only these specifications has been given. Okay. What is the specifications? If it is a car, car should have the wheels. Car should have a steering. Car must have the engine. So these are the 3 specifications he given. Now BMW company came. Okay. They are going to build a car. Okay. They will inherit these specifications. Okay. They will inherit these specifications. Okay. So what they will do, they build the same, they apply the same stuff. Okay. They apply the same stuff. They also use a steering, 4 wheels and engine. Okay. But they override those things. They use 4-stroke engines. Okay. Power steering they use. Some of the like BMW related, some wheels or MR wheels or C8 wheels, whatever it may be. Yeah. Okay. They'll use these guidelines and they'll implement their own stuff. That is the beauty. So that's what we can do. Let's see how we can deal this one. Close all this stuff. So how do you create an interface inside an Salesforce? Means you first create a class. Okay. Change this keyword to interface. Because there is no straight option to create an interface for you. Okay. So we will create an interface. Right. We will create an interface, public interface car specification. See, it has been saved. Instead of class keyword, we have given some interface. An interface is always required only the rules and guidelines. Rules and guidelines, the inventor of car said, car must have only wheels, right? No implementation. Let's save this one, whether it's saved or not. Okay, it is not saying why, because public save. Yeah, it saved successfully. Similarly, they given other specifications like engine. They give other specifications like steering. If you want to build a car, you have to mandatorily follow this three specifications. For example, I'm just saying, okay, ground level elementary example to make you better understand. Okay, if you want to build a car, you want to follow these three instructions mandatorily. Now, BMW person came, they are going to create. They're going to develop a car. So before they're going to develop a car, definitely they want to follow their rules and guidelines. So in that case, implements, what we can use? Implements, they'll use this car specifications. How many methods are there here? Three methods are there. Mandatorily, you have to override those three methods. Save. That means you are implementing, okay, those specifications. See, you have to mandatorily implement based on this. So public void. What is the method we are having here? Wheels. Copy this one. Come here. Open brace and close brace. Save it. Let's check whether this error gone on. Yes, it is gone. So similarly, we have other methods also we have to be override. Public void engine. Save this one. See, still we are remains with a only one error. So we have to be use this method. Public void was this interface is having only three methods, so that's why I have been override. If it has 100 methods, shall I override 100? Yes, you have to mandatorily override those 100. Okay. See, BMW is using these specifications. Like they'll use some logic, whatever it may be. They are using MRF wheels, four wheels. They are using engine like 4-stroke engine. They're using steering like power steering, whatever it may be. They're following their guidelines, car guidelines, and they're implementing their own. Not only this one, they has their own, right? Public void interior or accessories. Interior accessories. Okay. So they use something like 360 cameras, whatever it may be. All these are nothing but your specifications. This is your own. These two are your own. Okay, these two are your own. But if you want to develop a car, you mandatorily have to follow these rules. So in that case only we can declare a interface and we will go like this. Let us say save this one. See, the class has been saved successfully. So 4 sides camera. Interior accessories. Save it. Now I just developed a BMW car. The person who given some specifications. So if I use the interface, so how you're using interface means implements. That means it will come multi inheritance. It will come. Wait for the time being. Got it? So now let me execute this part. So how you will execute? We'll copy this class name, object dot wheels. That means it will come into the picture. Similarly, object dot engine, object dot steering, object dot, what are the requirement you have, you can implement and you can call it. Let me execute this one. So as similar, what we are doing from the beginning onwards, we are doing the same thing. The only major thing is, instead of class, we have created an interface and we have declared the no logic here. There is no logic, only rules will be there. So we have to follow those rules and we have to implement our own. Similarly, by seeing of your hall ticket, based on the rules and guidelines, we will implement the exam our own. Like, what are the rules will be there here? You should be in the exam before 15 minutes. You should write exam only with blue or black pen. Don't use red or green pen. So no mass copying. So like this, they will be having some instructions, right? We are implementing those things. See, we got the output. This is the way how we can do it. Okay, with an interfaces. There is another stuff also. Let's discuss with multi-inheritance. There is a person called Y. He invented wings. Okay, he given same rules and guidelines. Okay, same rules and guidelines. What he invented here, he invented some wings. You consider these two are the wings. For example, you consider this is a wing. Okay, now we are going to implement this stuff here. Okay, we are going to, already this is implemented. Now we are going to newly add it. Now we are going to newly add it to this B&W for these wings. Okay, these wings specification also we are going to use it. Instead of wings, I will give something option for our better understanding. Instead of wings, I will give flying car. You'll get a better clarity. Okay, so for flying car, this wings has a mandatory things. So we are going to use this one. Now how you can deal? Come here, click on new. So if you want to develop a flying car, this is an interface. So here we are saying only one thing, like for a flying car, wings are mandatory. So now B&W person came and they understand this requirement and they want to implement in their car. So they'll use this specification in the same class. They'll put comma. They're using another stuff. So when you click on save, you will get an exception saying that you have to override that method. What is that method? Public void wings. right? See, this is another stuff and this is another stuff. Okay, we are using both and we are developed a new modern car. Okay, so this is a resource, this is a component has been inherited from these two. So multiple inheritance, this is nothing but multiple inheritance. We can achieve multiple inheritance with the interfaces inside a OOPS oriented kind of a stuff. Not only in Salesforce, okay, in Java also we are going to use these interfaces. Okay, there will be no logic inside interfaces, sir. If you see here, there is no logic. Then where will be a logic? The class which is inherited by these two interfaces will have a logic. So in the next coming days, we are going to be working on these implements, extends, and everything here. So please be concentrate. Okay, so please be concentrate. So these are the very, very important things what you are going to be used. So let us say you have to declare a class. This is the first step. Now you need two classes where communicate each other. This is one situation. You need a class. Create a class inside this. These two need to communicate each other. Now make separate. Now inheritance kind of stuff, like relation like parent, child. These two are not parent and child. These two are also not parent and child. This is outer class and this is inner class. That's it. Now, the multiple parents are there. Same child, one child. The child has to use this stuff. This is parent one and this is parent two. And here you can see child one. Okay. Here you can use a keyword called extends. Here you are going to use a keyword called implements. Multiple inheritance will comes as a part of implements. So these are the very, very important stuff what you're going to do. Okay. So you guys, you are having any doubts on any other sessions till today? Because from tomorrow onwards, we are going to be working on the triggers. Okay. So let me give you some assignments. So these are your assignments here. Okay. Create an account and associate contacts to it. To that. Second question. Get all contacts. Get all contacts and prepare a map like map of ID comma contact. I want like this. Get all contacts and prepare a map like this. Get all contacts Okay, which are associated to parent account, their parent accounts, which are associated to their parent accounts. Okay, and prepare a map like map of ID comma account. See, there is a variation between this 2 and 3. Both, like, in this situation also you're bringing all contacts. In this situation also you're bringing all contacts. Okay, bringing all contacts, but you have filterization like the contact which has a parent, then only those things you have to bring it. Okay, and at the end finally you have to get the accounts of that one. At the end you have to bring the accounts. See, ఏం చేస్తావు, కాంటాక్ట్స్ అన్ని తెచ్చుకుంటావు. Okay, in that contact we have the account ID. Based on that account ID you have to prepare this map like this. Yeah, this is very important for you. This is the final stuff. I just taken a screenshot out at that time, right? So whenever you prepare this map, okay, whenever you prepare this map, then your eligibility to work on coding stuff, then you have a 100% coding knowledge. Okay, so try to prepare this one. I'll give you this stuff as well. I'll post in the charter, please copy it. So the person who joined in the mobile, they don't get this information. I'll post in the WhatsApp. Check in your WhatsApp. Okay, so try to finish these 4 situations here. Okay, so try to finish this 4 situations by today evening at any cost. Please try to finish this. Okay, if you are unable to make it, please let me know. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so that's what I would like to deliver today. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, or else we can continue tomorrow on the new concept called as triggers. So from that triggers we will start working on again on your project. Yeah, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, so I would like to wind up this one. Please follow up here. Do some regular practices. So అదేంటది ఏదైతే డైలీ వార్మప్స్ ఇచ్చానో అది చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ మీకు. Okay, that is very very important for you. So please be concentrate on it.
ఇవన్నీ క్లాసెస్ యూజ్ చేసి చేయాలా సార్, లేకుంటే అనానిమస్?
లేదు, నార్మల్ గా క్రియేట్ చేయి ఫస్ట్.
సార్ ఓకే సార్.
Okay, I don't want to go with the classes. Okay, I want you to write a good code. That's it.
ఓకే.
Yeah, thank you guys.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.